Hi, this is Vogie, and I want to welcome y'all to the CBVA Hall of Fame. When I was younger, my mom used to take us down to Sereno Beach, which is at that time probably the mecca of beach volleyball. That was actually before it really got popular, and I used to see the older men, St. John Smith's father, one of them playing volleyball. And being a young Little League player, I'd run, get the ball, throw it back to him just to say, oh, nice throw, kid. So, I mean, I fell in love with the lifestyle. Seeing them sweat, go into the water, come out, laugh, play cards, whatever. I'm thinking, boy, when I get older, I want to do that just for the fun of it. But then as I got to 15, I said, well, I want to do this for real. So that's basically, I started playing a lot with the players around there, and they go, oh, come on, kid, come up to the first court. Oh, I'm not good enough. Yes, you are. Come on up. So that's basically how I got involved in doing it. I think my biggest inspiration, there was a lot of them, but in the beginning, remember, in my day and era, there were 4 tournaments a year. There was maybe only 4 partners you could get for different tournaments in different places. But I would watch Gene Selznick, and I would say, boy, I'd sure like to play with him or against him or something like that. And then later on down the line, he asked me to join his indoor team. So, I mean, he was a big influence on me, both in inspiration and in influential. So that's basically where I really got it going, is with Selznick and then the indoors with his team. As a matter of fact, I made, funny as it can be, we were open national champions before I was the collegiate national champion, if you can believe that one. Well, again, this is a whole different era, so you had to find your friends mainly, because there's only 4, or find somebody that was really good. And there was a kid, a one-hit wonder, pardon the pun, Tom Clore. He used to park cars down there at Ted's right near State Beach. So we'd be going back and forth to State Beach or Sereno Beach. So I played with him up at State, and he was tall and thin. We were a pretty good combo. And I said, why don't we play in the tournament? Okay, so he was a couple years older than me, but very good player. And we won the tournament at Sereno Beach. In fact, a couple of good old boys that we beat was Dick Akers, his kid played pro basketball in the Aker family all up in the South Bay, and then Rasmussen, the Santa Barbara kid that was very good, but we ended up beating them. And then later on that year, we took second in a AAA to get me the AAA. Well, at that time, it's AA rating. It was the highest it goes. So, I mean, it's the highest you can get. So technically, I wasn't AAA, but I was the highest rating at AA. Well, let's put it this way. I played everybody. And I played with everybody. I played with Von Hagen, Lang, Selznick, Erickson, just about all the top dogs I played with. Mingus. Now this is who I played with, so I know their mentality. But probably my toughest opponent, even though I beat him a few times, is Von Hagen, mainly because he was tough from the start to the finish. And they were very smart players, because he would always tell all the other teams playing us, whoever I play with, even if I'm playing with a bomber or somebody that can't hit, oh, serve Vogie every ball. You know, because they're figuring, good, Vogie's going to block every time, he's going to jump serve, and he's going to hit every time. By the time we play him in the finals, he's going to be tired. Well, yeah, it worked, but I mean, what are you going to do? Well, for favorites, I had very good ones. I played with Lang, Von Hagen, Bright, Rundle, just about everybody. In fact, I think I've played with more good partners than anybody ever. But usually like the ones, your friends that you played with. Like I like playing with Ernie Swar, and I did really well. In fact, indoors, we won 12 straight national indoor doubles championships. Nobody could beat us. So we kind of dominated in that boring game of indoor doubles. But we were the best. And I enjoyed Keith Erickson. We were a good team. Doug Dunlap. We were a very good team. And Butch May. And the reason I say that, we were not only good teams, but we've been friends throughout, still in touch with all of them. So it's always, you always remember your friends more so than even somebody like Von Hagen, who's a friend. but we're not great friends. Or somebody like Lang, we're friends, but not great friends. So you always remember the ones that you had fun with. Well, beaches are great, but the one that sticks out in my mind the most was I've had the most fun at Laguna. Well, my first AAA rating, so to speak, was there. Some of my best wins have been there. It's a deep, heavy sand, which my size 17s can endure and jump still as high as ever. You know, I can still jump, 38 inches, 19 up and 19 down, no problem. But that was a good course for me right there. And some of the bad ones, Corona Del Mar, you could bounce the ball 30 feet in the air, but then again, you're only playing on 2 inches of sand and a lot of hard packed stuff, so you could tear up your toes pretty much there, and indoor players had a delight there. So that would be one of my not so favorites, even though it was easy, but it hurt my feet. Because I admired Von Hagen and Gage at the time in Laguna Beach, they had been undefeated for like 14, 15 tournaments in a row. No one could beat them. And I was playing with Doug Dunlap, a buddy of mine from Laguna. And we beat him in the finals, in the winner's bracket. The crowd was going crazy. The jump serve was working, and, everybody was going nuts. And that's that Laguna Beach crowd. After we beat him in the finals, the winner's bracket, then I was hung in effigy for the third year in a row, just because they love to hate me and they love to love me, whatever. But I fooled them. I went up on the stand and got the mic and I made a speech. I want to thank all my fans for this, and I just turned it completely around, and everybody just started laughing. Oh no, he doesn't even realize. But I got the better of them that time, so that was fun. But the fact that we beat him, and then we played him again in the finals of the losers, and we beat him again, same scenario, jump serve being the same crusher at the end. But it was a very good match, but that was a good win. And the fact that, and then playing once with Von Hagen, another good win, I think, was over Mingus and Lee, who hadn't lost in like 18 straight. So I like to be a streak breaker, and Ronnie only said, I'll play with you if you don't drink beer, Vogie. So I had to drink his special tea, take his little vitamins and a whole bit. It was great. And we beat him in the finals of the winners, 11-3, 11-3. Pretty convincing. And Mingus will tell you this. I even went over to Jimbo and said, hey, Jimmy, I was playing pretty good, huh? And he kind of laughed at it and said, well, yeah, you were. And then we had to play Zulich in here in a 3-hour burner. But we prevailed there, and then we played them again in the finals. And we were ahead 6-2 first game, and I get cramps. Oh, boy. Then we lose that one. I lose the second game 11-0 the next two on purpose, and we got one game to 15. Well, we're winning 8-6, and I get double cramps, and I'm done. But I think that day we were the better team. One speech I made when I was receiving my Hall of Fame award was to the general public. There's quite a few people out there, and I said, the one thing I'd like to see change is to go back like it used to be in the old days, where let junior high kids and high school kids, let their parents pay $2.50 entry fee. Don't let some of these individual players keep all that money for them. It's not necessary to have all that money. Let the kids, because you're keeping away a lot of people. I know my parents, my dad says, you got to play football and basketball, son, and baseball and golf. Volleyball's great. You don't play that dumb game, blah, blah, blah. I know if he had to pay $2 for me to play in a tournament, he said, no way, you're not playing in that. So this is, and older people too. Now that I'm old, I would be an enjoy to play, for $2 the same. So let the intermediate people pay $4 or $5, but it should be a lot lower and not so much money inclined. And the money you do get, give decent prizes instead of like what we used to get, a T-shirt or whatever, if we did win. Or in Selznick's day, you get some of his old trophies and a handshake. Oh, yes. There's a time people used to accuse me of trying to cheat. If I tried to cheat, I'd be great at it. But I didn't cheat. I just tried to find certain type of rules or how to stretch the rules or do something to bend the rules in my favor. I mean, that's not cheating. And also I have a motto: if you're not cheating, you're not trying. So therefore, that any way you can try to maneuver the game your way is a good ploy. And then people used to say I was a trash talker. I guess I get on their head, and it worked every time. So I guess you could say I would be a trash. Unfortunately, they don't have that nowadays. They don't let the crowd in to enjoy some of the dialogue. And I remember Arundel and I, we used to have a standing dialogue back and forth in some of the finals we'd have, and people would love that. They'd really enjoy it.